Welcome into the WBC arena. We've been waiting a long time to see these two get it on. And here with me, my broadcast colleague, it's Johnny Nelson.
Todd, always a pleasure to work with you. Always a pleasure.
It's time now for our tale of the tape. Up first is Unbreakable, and they'll have a nice reach advantage. Up against them is Tiny, and you can see who has the power advantage. And this fight will take place in the featherweight division. A lot of hand speed, but these two fighters also have plenty of pop.
Todd, this is well anticipated. I'm so looking forward to this tear-up. These two are really up for it. You know what? Nobody believes they're going to lose.
First up we have the Unbreakable from Portugal. In their last fight, they won by knockout.
This bout is...
And this one has... The build-up to this fight has been incredible. Both of these men verbally sparring for weeks, and now they get it on for real. Throwing the hook, but it doesn't score. Scoring uppercut there. You know, they have an amazing relationship with their coach. They've been working together for a while now, and it's really paying off. How about that time counter shot? Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Is he going to punch himself out, though? The straight right just misses. Some nice exchanges from both men in this round.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
This is a historical moment. Not many boxers get to 50 fights. An absolute... Whoa, wait a minute! And we may see an early stoppage here. They've avoided catastrophe there.
Green Days now needs to steady the pace. Get the pace back to normal.
This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Well, he is in big trouble here. He may have been saved by the bell. On to the second round. Let's see how they bounce back here in this round.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get sucked in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up, just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Nobody home with that hook. Big hook. Good thing it didn't land. This boxer is a real hook specialist. Their opponent has got to watch out for that. Straight right just misses. Can they figure out the combination to this safe?
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
Lucky to have avoided that uppercut. So much for defensive abilities. Tiny goes down. How about that technique on that headshot? Let's see it again and appreciate it more.
Even I've got to see that again.
Apparently, it's going to take more than that to keep this fighter down.
Well, look at his corner. Look at the instructions. They're telling.
It looks like he's going to survive the round here, but just barely. They're in trouble. So it's plan B time after being knocked down in that round.
Can make or break a fighter.
Let's get it started in round 3. Let's see how he bounces back here after getting dropped in the last round.
What a knockdown. 1 minute, you need 1 hour to get over a shot like that. Now it's down to conditioning. Now it's down to mental strength and preparation. It's how you are going to deal with this.
Nice counter. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. You know, we have to rank them as one of the best in their weight class. Nice defense, avoiding the right uppercut. Catch and shoot. They exchange punches. Nice counter shot. He threw a punch and just got countered. And that left hook doesn't find its target. That counter shot lands. He got out of the way of that right hook. You can see from the record, this fighter is fantastic and is really difficult to get past. Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. Despite what the judges score, hold that thought! Stumbling around on Bambi legs. They've got the momentum. They've got the advantage. How do they carry that into the next round?
Dominance, without a doubt, made it look so easy.
Here we go to the 4th round. They've got all the momentum on their side after that last round. Let's see what they do here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything worked. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Deciding to let it all hang out here in this round. Done with that counter shot. One punch could change the entire complexion of this fight. That counter punch caught him clean. And down goes Tiny. Imagine seeing this punch coming and not being able to do anything about it.
You're right, Todd. What a shot.
Well, they beat the count and are ready to go again.
Some fighters, when this happens, this can be heartbreaking. Some fighters, it makes them angry. When they get back into the mix again, I want to know what.
And the referee will begin the count. 10 seconds to get up. I don't see any movement here. It looks like this one's going to be over. I think that will look even more dramatic in slow motion. They're back on their feet right now, Johnny. Do they go toe for toe or do they play defense here?
Oh, he can smell blood. Look at that. He's put in round once. He knows what shot works.
You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Both men getting off the canvas in that incredible round.
Absolutely.
Back into the fray here in round 5. We had not one but 2 knockdowns in the previous round as both of these fighters went to the canvas.
That is showing the fitness, that is showing the stamina, that is showing the hard work done in the gym. If you can get knocked down and get back up and knock your opponent down, they've got it.
Nice job by him to block that jab. So much bruising. Will the referee stop this fight? And the referee will allow this to continue. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Swing and a miss with the jab. A perfect counter lands. Halfway through the round, and there's not a lot separating these two.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Those counter punches have to hurt. Left hook just missed. Hook misses. These two fighters are made for one another. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Well, we know they've got the advantage so far, but how does this match get turned around?
I seriously hope that
This is the beginning of round 6. Last round, complete domination. Let's see what we have in store for us here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Being exerted here. Straight right just misses. Nice counter punch right up the middle. That jab doesn't score. Halfway point, and both of these fighters know the round is still up for grabs.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. His stamina is off the charts. Straight right just misses. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Hold that thought. Oh, and they got rocked. What a moment this is. Well, there was no doubt about who won that round.
As long as they don't get complacent, you think this is too easy. If they keep this same kind of pace up.
Here we go, it's round 7. Well, Johnny, can he keep the momentum going after that last huge round for him?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
A perfect counter shot. That uppercut does not score. His stamina is off the charts. Big hook thrown, but it doesn't connect. Nice counter shot. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Nope, that jab not going to score. His stamina is off the charts. The only fear you have with this fighter is has he punched himself out? Is he going to punch himself out, though? And Tiny goes to the canvas. And he dropped him. The perfect sniper shot. Let's watch it again one more time.
A shot from the gods. Took him.
He's been knocked down, but at least not knocked out yet.
You've been put down. You've got to think right.
There's the bell to start round 8. They really got banged up last round. What can they do here to change the momentum?
That knockdown we just saw was a heavy knockdown. I'd be very, very surprised if he'll come out fresh as a daisy. That's not going to happen. He's got to hustle now. He's got to bluff them.
What heart, what desire, but at what cost? Beautiful counterpunch. I wouldn't be surprised if they stop this fight considering the swelling and the bruising. And he waves it off. That will do it. This fight is over.
Time is of the essence, and it was a matter of time when this happened.
Well, Johnny, how do you rate the performance after this stoppage win?
A TKO, we've got to see it again. Because TKOs, they finish the story too early. It's like being kicked out of a club before the night's done.
You could not. First up.
This bout.
We welcome you. These two fighters promised us an offensive show. Let's see if they deliver. That jab misses. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Well, they're going deep into the gas tank on this round. The building is going bananas. Will they see a huge upset here? Didn't wait long to get back and get engaged.
Defense, defense, defense is everything because they got shot once. They know they can get caught again. So for now, just defense. Work on defense. Blocking and stopping and shooting.
You know, they have an amazing relationship with their coach. They've been working together for a while now, and it's really paying off. This has been a very competitive round as we reach the midway point.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Well done with that counter shot. Nice job blocking the hook. The straight right just misses. They exchange punches. And we may see a stoppage here. And the dancer has been dropped. Let's watch this again. He set it up perfectly and knocked him down. It's not over till it's over, but that knock. On to the second round. His eyes look pretty clear here, Johnny. How do you think he's going to do after being knocked down in the last round?
That knockdown we just saw was a heavy knockdown. I'd be very, very surprised if he'll come out fresh as a daisy. That's not going to happen. He's got to hustle now. He's got to bluff him.
There's a counter shot. A historical moment. Not many boxers get to 50 fights. An absolute warrior. And now going for the finish. No, we don't see a knockdown.
Now they've got to wake up. They've got to get on the back foot, clear the head a little bit, then jump back into it again. It's all about the hustle. Get back on it.
Nice counter punch right up the middle. Halfway through the round, and it's pretty much even Steven.
Perfectly.
Oh my goodness, Johnny! What a nightmare scenario! And apparently no rest for the weary. Thought about taking a breath, but instead, they're in there throwing bombs again.
Got caught sleeping on the job. What do? You step back, steady yourself, recompose yourself, then boom, back into it. But do not make those mistakes. This is the wrong place to fall asleep.
That right hook catching air. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. I promise you, all three judges here are going to get... There's the bell for round 3. That round was complete domination. Let's see if we can shake things up here in this round.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
And at some point, the corner needs to decide we have to protect our fighter. It's somehow weather. And wisely, they're going to take a knee here. No choice but to do that.
What you see right there is... He's a heartbroken fighter.
Neither one of them want this to go to the judges' scorecards. So he's going to take a knee here and get the mandatory 8 count.
Absolutely gassed out, didn't know what to do, and hurt on top of that.
A perfect counter shot. This boxer is a real hook specialist. Their opponent has got to watch out for that. A lot of effort being exerted here. Which one of these athletes is going to say, I can't take it anymore? This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Look at the swelling and the bruising. They're going to take a look, and they may stop this fight. So that's that. The referee's made his judgment, and we carry on. Talk about... There's the bell for round 4. Last round, complete domination. Let's see what we have in store for us here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
This fighter, one of the top 5 in the world, no doubt about it. He needs to be careful not to punch himself out. A chance to make history. Didn't wait too long. Wise decision to take a knee here and get that mandatory 8 count.
This really dented the ego. You don't want your opponent to see you do that.
Big shots from both these fighters. Got to be careful, though.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Has to be careful. Why weren't they more cautious? And the dancer has been knocked off their feet. One punch did the trick. Let's see it again in slow motion.
I need to see that again.
At some point, the corner may have to intervene here because this fighter won't stay down.
Todd, he's up. I'll be surprised if he makes it back to the corner. And if he does, will he get...
Oh, my God, Johnny! Stumbling around on Bambi, and that dancer has been knocked down. I think that will look even more dramatic in slow motion.
Shot from the guard, Stacy.
This is a very important break here for this fighter. They've been knocked down. Time for the 5th round. Last round was a disaster. What can they do here to turn this around?
2 knockdowns, and you're coming back from that. That's near on impossible because your head must be all over the place. Your legs are feel like jelly. What can they tell you in the corner? All they can do is wake you up. They can't even go into game plan.
Can't score with that right uppercut. This fighter has a very... That's a lot of swelling. The referee taking a good look at it. Is he going to stop it? After so much abuse, you almost hope the referee stops it here, and he does. The fight is over.
I was getting a little anxious there. It's a career-ending fight.
Another TKO win here, Johnny. What's next?
Just like another like TKO. It's Teddy Pendergrass over. TKO is spot on.
Welcome to the WBC. First.
This bout is scheduled.
What a pleasure it is. High hopes for this battle between these two athletes. They are not going to let this one go to the judges. Well done with that counter shot. These two fighters are made for one another. The straight right just misses. The perfect counter lands. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. You know, they have an amazing relationship with their coach. They've been working together for a while now, and it's really paying off. The straight right just misses. This fight a little bit closer than I think a lot of people thought.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. It's just like a match made in heaven.
Well, they're going deep into the gas tank on this round. They exchange punches. How about that time counter shot? Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. The monster, dazed. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Pretty dominant round there. Let's see how they respond here in the next round.
You can't...
And there's the bell to start round two. Coming off that fantastic, why would they try something that's obviously illegal? Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Only catching air with that hook. A historical moment. Not many boxers get to 50 fights. An absolute warrior. They better start respecting each other's punching power. You'd like to see more jabs. That counter punch caught him clean. Boxer is a real hook specialist. Their opponent has got to watch out for that. There's a counter shot. He threw a punch and just got countered. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Both men step back for just a moment. Needs to be holding it right there. Khan, the monster, in trouble. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. That was almost a 10-8 round, complete dominance.
I seriously hope the judges kept their eye on this fight because...
Let's get it started in round three. They've got all the momentum on their side after that last round. Let's see what they do here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round. Everything works.
That is illegal. Oh, and just when you thought it couldn't get any worse, it's a knockdown. Let's watch this again. He set it up perfectly and knocked him down. Apparently, it's going to take more than that to keep this fighter down.
Well, now it's about getting back to the corner, freshen up, get new instructions given to you, and they've got to G you up. They've got to tell you what you're doing wrong and what you're doing right.
Halfway through the round, and I think we all know who's winning here.
Perfect game plan. The thing is, can anybody figure out what to do to change this? It's a perfect start.
They're entering the twilight years of their career now. How many fights do they have left in them? And he scores with the counter. Khan just got caught. Good job trying to back out of trouble.
Green Days now needs to steady the pace. Get the pace back to normal.
So final 10 seconds of the round, and he is looking. Hold that thought. Khan now in some serious trouble. This next round is going to be crucial considering the knockdown we just witnessed.
I love the response.
There's the bell to start round 4. Got to get the momentum shift coming their way. What can they do here?
That knockdown we just saw was a heavy knockdown. I'd be very, very surprised if he'll come out fresh as a daisy. That's not going to happen. He's got to hustle now. He's got to bluff them.
Nice counter. Right uppercut can't find a home. They won't give us a second to catch our breath. Nice counter shot. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. Good counter punching. It's like a game of joust. They both got their swords. They're slinging it. You know, we have to rank them as one of the best in the weight class. Good counter punch. They're both going for the KO. It's so obvious. It's all offense, all the time. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Straight right just misses. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. After what we saw in that last round, it's pretty... Time for the 5th round. This fight has been very one-sided. What are we going to have in this round?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
This fighter has a very good win-loss record and will be tough to beat. Beautiful counter shot. Starting to take some deep breaths now, but still fighting hard. The straight right just misses. Holding nothing back here in the round. Catch and shoot. Punch, counter punch. He just misses with that jab. Perfect counter shot. Oh, wait a minute. Khan, the monster, in trouble. And apparently no rest for the weary. Thought about taking a breath, but instead, they're in there throwing bombs again. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Khan just got caught. As bad as boxing judging can be sometimes, there's no doubt who won that round.
Dominance.
There's the bell for round 6. That round was complete domination. Let's see if we can shake things up here in this round.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything worked. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Best action I've seen in any round, anywhere this year. When are we going to see a jab from these two? And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. Those counter punches have to hurt. The straight right just misses. Impact. Let's see that again in slow motion.
I've got to see that again.
Well, they're back on their feet right now, Johnny. Do they go toe for toe or do they play defense here?
Well, then look at his corner, look at the instructions. They're telling him to calm down, make the most of the count, get up, breathe, and move.
Oh, my goodness, Johnny. The monster, dazed. It's been all one-way traffic with just 10 seconds to go in the round. That'll be a 10-8 round for sure. Here we go. It's round 7. His eyes look pretty clear here, Johnny. How do you think he's going to do after being knocked down in the last round?
Todd, listen to me. If I knock somebody down like that round, you know this round coming out? He's getting everything, full barrel because I know his legs are gone. So this, you watch what's going to happen. If he doesn't, I'll be very, very surprised.
Nice counter shot. Counter punch right up the middle. Khan now in some serious trouble. How did they survive that?
Now they've got to wake up. They've got to get on the back foot, clear the head a little bit.
Oh my goodness, Johnny! The monster dazed. We almost saw a knockout a second ago, and now they're going toe-to-toe.
Got caught sleeping on the job. What do? You step back, steady yourself, recompose yourself, then boom, back into it. But do not make those mistakes. This is the wrong place to fall asleep.
Can they figure out the combination to this safe?
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just...
Oh, hold on a second, Johnny. Khan, the monster, in trouble. Disaster averted.
What recovery skills they are. What a shot it was. Completely gone. I thought there's no way he's going to finish this round. But look at that. Look at the movement. Look at the speed. Back on it. Like it never happened.
Khan just got caught. much cardio was put in for this fight. It may come down to that.
You cannot gas out if you prepared right, slept right, ate right.
There's the bell to start round 8. They let it all hang out in the last round. What do they got left?
An amazing pace and tempo set in the last round. Can you keep this up? Me personally, I don't think that's possible. And if they can, their training, their conditioning would have been ridiculous, like they're in the army. But these guys, if they can keep up this pace, we are in for a great night.
Beautiful counter punch. Khan now in some serious trouble. And he just put the monster on the canvas. Let's watch that again in replay from a different angle.
That's lights out right there.
The referee deems they can continue, but this might be a big mistake.
Oh, he can smell blood. Look at that. He's put him down once. He knows what shot works and where to land it. Then try and do it again. He's just not got to get trigger happy.
They got to pick things up halfway through the round here.
There's a lot of work to do, and you know what? It's hard to pull back. Don't get into the habit of losing. Don't get into the habit of being second place. You've got to change the habit. You've got to change something, because otherwise, why should it change?
Khan, the monster, in trouble. The monster finally goes down. And as you can see here, a picture perfect. The referee says we will fight on. Not sure about this one. Not the best of rounds with 10 seconds to go. The corner hasn't thrown in the towel yet, so I guess he's coming out for another round.
There's always a way back. Don't ever round anybody off.
Both fighters starting to get tired as we start round 9. Last round was a disaster. What can they do here to turn this around?
I have no idea what they have left. How do you come back from something like that? Not twice? Where's your head at? Where's your energy levels at? It tells you you've got nothing left.
That counter shot lands. Khan just got caught. True champion knows how to get out of trouble after they got into trouble, and it appears the onslaught is over, at least for now.
Defense, defense, defense is everything, because they got shot once. They know they can get caught again. So for now, just defense, work on defense, blocking and stopping and shooting.
What a round so far as we've reached the halfway point.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
What heart, what desire, but at what cost? Do you believe this? Hold that thought. The monster, dazed. No, we don't see a knockdown.
Step back, compose yourself, compose the pace, then move, then step it up a little bit. Because if you're getting caught like that beginning, you get caught a lot more at the end.
You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Now you start wondering how much work these two fighters did in the gym.
It's when you talk.
Here comes the 10th round. They really seemed to exhaust themselves last round. Let's see what they have left.
Exerted a lot of energy in the fight so far. Now they're shattered. This is what you call championship rounds. If you have done the work, slept right, ate right, prepped right, I'm expecting you to get through this. If not, if you've cheated, the ring can be the loneliest place in the world.
Khan now in some serious trouble. And now they're right back into the fray.
What cool.
And you knew this was coming. They're going to take a knee.
That must have really dented the ego. You don't want your opponent to see you do that.
Counter punch. This has been a very competitive round as we reach the midway point.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
Caution is being thrown to the wind. Has to be careful for that. Khan, the monster, in trouble. How did they not go down?
Now they've got to wake up. They've got to get on the back foot, clear the head a little bit, then jump back into it again. It's all about the hustle.
Hold on, got to cut you off here, Johnny. The monster, dazed. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. It's go back to the drawing board time, a unanimous decision victory.
Unanimous? You know what? Smart that is. Total change.
It's time for the talking to stop and the fighting to start. This should be good. I'm Todd Grisham, and next to me for the broadcast, the one and only Johnny Nelson.
I feel like a fraud. How have I got these ringside seats?
It's time for our tale of the tape. Up first is Unbreakable. As you can see, they will enjoy a reach advantage. They're coming up against the Barbarian, and they will enjoy a power advantage. Fighting in the featherweight division, this is a fun division because you get the quickness and they've got a little bit more power than, say, the bantamweights.
Remember, there's a shorter reach here, so now they have to slip inside and use the speed, use the proximity.
First up, Unbreakable from Portugal. Coming off a very close, controversial win. Let's see if they can be more definitive in this one.
This bout is scheduled for 12 rounds of boxing. In the red...
All the talk. What a fight we expect this one to be. Both of these athletes primed and ready. I don't think it's going to be a boxing match. This is going to be a fight. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Good counter punching. We wanted action, and they are delivering. Multiple world titles are on the line. A chance to really become a legend here and make some real history. Just misses with that uppercut. Those counter punches have to hurt. Some real good back and forth between these two fighters.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
He threw the hook, didn't land. Nice counter shot. And he scores with the counter. There's nothing quite like the chemistry between a fighter and their coach, and this partnership is working great. Stamina is off the charts. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. It's no secret who has the advantage after that last round. Here we go, round two. Who's going to land the first big shot? They've got all the momentum on their side after that last round. Let's see what they do here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Straight right, just misses. A historical moment. Not many boxers get to 50 fights. An absolute warrior. Good counter punch. Just avoids the left uppercut. Holding nothing back here in the round. Pretty close fight here in this round.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Well, this fighter loves throwing hooks. Their opponent has got to watch out for that. Big swing and a miss with the hook. This fight may stop here considering all the bruising and swelling on the face.
Are you all right? Are you okay?
And the referee's going to allow them to fight. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Almost. And there's the bell for round 3. Well, there's no doubt about who won that last round. Let's see what he has for us here in the next one.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
I want to think of holding on here for a minute. They exchange punches. They're entering the twilight years of their career now. How many fights do they have left in them? The fighter's vision is paramount, and the referee may stop it here.
You're taking too much, the fight is over.
And yep, that's going to do it.
I think the referee forgot until all of a sudden, yeah, you know what, I better do my job here.
Well, Johnny, complete and total.